went off with my music, I had this close friend of mine that I was like, hey, you doing this music thing way before I took it seriously. I think that you should do X, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And I think you should go and do it. And he never really did it, you know what I mean, or paid attention to what I doing, but still did music, which is fine.
Hmm.
But then I took my own advice and it worked for me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where I gave all this game before I even did it myself to curate to the point where it can actually work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Taking your own advice, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Would you say that there is something that inspires your writing?
To be honest, it's just a vibe of feeling. I listen to a beat, an instrumental, or whatever it is, maybe, and within the first 3 minutes, I can know if that beat is for me or not. Because then melodies, cadences, words come out and stuff like that, and all these songs that I have out now, that's how it hit for me. Like, bam, I heard it, and something just came out, and I know, okay, this one is it for me. So like
Yeah.
within the first 3 to 5 minutes of spamming it to myself, like I create something, and that's how it is for me. I don't have words already put out. It's just that vibe that I get from the music that I listen to.
It speaks to you. Speaks to you. Yeah. And you mentioned earlier in our conversation that you did a lot of behind the scenes, helping people to recognize or get into their element, move more into their element. With that being said, was it the behind the scenes, as in the production of the music, the actual like putting together of the beats of the music? No, it
No,
was not. Okay.
because I'm
It
not
was.
I'm not a producer. No.
You're not a producer. Okay. You have
Mhm.
somebody that you work with that actually produces your
Yeah,
music for you. Okay.
I
Got
have
it.
different people that reach out to me. I get 20 emails and stuff almost every week or something, or people sending beats and stuff to me. So just
Yeah.
whatever that vibes to me when I get to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean,
Hmm.
international, that's what we're talking about. And you
I
said
want to be global.
you already answered this question. You said the music speaks to you, but you don't necessarily have the words written down. Are you an artist that will have an idea for a song or a thought for something that you might want to put into a song and you write that down, like you have a notebook or a
Mhm.
journal or something that you write that stuff down?
So I'll be honest with you, and some people may not believe me or not, but everything that I've recorded in the studio to even now is here. I've never really written songs down. I might written an idea or something. Like the only time I do that is when I'm in the car, right?
Okay.
I will listen to a song or something like that, and maybe I said a couple things, but I'm not gonna remember the whole line. So I will put like little bits and pieces like in my notes. But in terms of when I really sit down to create like songs and music, it's just all in my head, to be honest. Like I've
Okay.
never been the one to have a notepad or something and stuff like that. It's
Hmm.
only after when the song maybe is out and everything, I will write the whole song down and stuff so I can like put it into when you know you're gonna release your music and they ask for for lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
But in
No,
terms
that's
of music and recording, like literally everything is in my head. I go out in the studio and everything just comes out because it's all in my head.
that's so beautiful. It's a talent, but it's very beautiful though to hear that because you do hear about, and I don't think there's a right way to do it or a wrong way. I think that everybody, and this is
Neither
one
do
of the
I.
reasons that I feel like is humanity can be so beautiful, is that everybody is different. And like you said
Mhm.
earlier, what worked for you might not work for somebody else, right?
Yeah.
So, whether people write it down or don't write it down and walk into the studio and they're able to present a masterpiece
Hmm.
just from the ideas and thoughts that they have in
Yeah.
their brain, or they have it written down for 5 years.
Hmm.
Music is
Yeah.
music, right?
Hmm.
And I just feel very honored and blessed to have you here on
Yeah.
my show with me. And I appreciate you being so open and honest with me and everybody else
Hmm.
about your journey so far.
No problem. No problem.
So we met on
Oh, and one more
TikTok.
thing too.
Yeah.
One more thing too. When I do go in the studio, if
Uh-huh.
I'm being totally honest too, like my songs is almost like 80 or to 85% in my head. at some point in the studio, maybe I'm not entirely almost finished, and then we'll just like out of the dome of my head, we'll just finish it and add inputs of that song. But 10 out of 10 is almost 80 to 90% in my head done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that so okay, this is a little off topic. This is a little off topic, but you mentioned going, in your education and getting your master's and your degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and and also the ideas that you have for um your music being in your head until you step into the studio and you're able to like put it down, right? How
Mm-hmm.
was it for you when you were in school? Because I feel like there's a little bit of a connection with individuals that are able to find a way to be successful with a high pressure situation, such as getting your degrees. So, was that
Okay.
an easy process for you in school, or was it difficult for you?
So to be honest, like I said, if I being honest, I was just so focused and well driven, but it's just because of my hatred for school. I hated school. So
Mm,
in my mind, if I finish with a bang, there is no reason for me to fail a class, or if I get A's, there is no reason for me to go back. So I was just so high velocity trained and focused that every semester would be 8 to 9 A's, to where I got like um the top of the department, top of my school, top of the class, when I graduated and stuff like that. And I missed super cum laude because I literally missed 1 day of school. That's like the highest, or one of the highest that you can
really?
get.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's one of the requirements to get that is you cannot miss any
Perfect
school.
attendance. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how focused and well driven I was in school.
That says a lot about you and your character because I've said this before in a couple other episodes. Like, I love learning, but when it comes to like the test taking, I'm just not good at it. I don't know, something within me freezes, and I can be very driven, but I'm just not, I just have never been good at it. So my hat goes off to you for being able to keep that, and stay focused. But again, all of these things, I feel like they speak to your character. Um, so I mentioned that we met on TikTok, but we also talked
Yes,
a
you
little
did.
bit about Instagram. Would
Hmm.
you say that social media has been, I guess, helpful for you in your music career by you being able to network and or connect with people? And before social media, how were you doing? Were you just out and talking to individuals
Mm.
about your music face to face, like the old school, as I would say, way?
Mm. Right. So during social media, I started my music account because I didn't want to use my real account for music. I wanted to keep it separate. So I started my music account on Instagram and stuff. And I was just promoting on Instagram and still just going out there and literally grinding. And, like you said, old school, I have cards and I'm just giving everybody cards. Like,
Yeah,
bam, scan it. If you don't want to keep it, scan it. You know what I mean? To where I had the
yeah,
QR code on my phone and stuff like that, or the self tap. So I was like literally everywhere, trying to promote myself and stuff like that. Like I said, if there was a club that I went to the DJ. And then if there's like 50 people in a club, I'm talking to 60 because I'm behind the counters. I'm talking to managers. I'm talking to bottle girls. Like, I'm literally trying to touch everybody to tell them
yeah,
about my music and promote. To one time, I remember my nephew. He's like, man, uncle, man, I'm proud of you, man. One month you was XX amount of followers, and then bam, you everywhere, and then bam, your stuff just skyrocket and stuff. Like, so like people see and appreciate the hard work that I put in. So social media definitely played a big role in me promoting myself, like a live testament. I'm on TikTok spamming everybody.
yeah. No, that's good. I love it again because it can be definitely a way for people to connect that normally would not have met in your everyday life. I mean, how would I meet you? I'm in Seattle, you're in Houston. There's not, because just because I say I took a trip to Houston, what are the chances
Mm-hmm.
that you and I cross paths? And then to take it a step further, what are the chances that we actually have a conversation? So this is one of the reasons
Exactly.
that I love social media because it definitely can bring people together from all different walks and we can do things like this. So again, thank you for being here.
And I
Um,
appreciate you for having me.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We may have kind of touched on this earlier, but what would you say that you want your audience to feel when
I
they
want my
listen to
audience to feel a vibe. I want my audience to feel an emotion. I want them to feel like they are part of something, whether I'm, putting all these stories and stuff like that together. It could either hit you in terms of you've been through it before, or it's just a familiar feeling to you. But at the same time, I don't want any titles. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm this new thing, or I'm this, oh, he's the best, or anything. I don't want these titles. I want to be in my own lane in terms of if you're a Dell music fan, this is the music that you want to vibe to. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
just how I feel. I just want to give that new sensation of feeling of music, not I'm the new wave or I'm the new thing. No, but I want to give you something that's familiar to you, but with my twist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that. Again, like you said earlier, when I asked the question, you said you're kind of just your own. You're in your own lane. You can't put you into any specific box. You offer
Hmm.
multiple genres and you have like your own style, which I think is why people will really be able to and already are vibing with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, one absolutely, absolutely. Um, okay, what would you say helps you to stay grounded?
Being humble. I would say being humble. Growing up, I was a track star, professional athlete. I ran track. They just did a magazine article, and I'll send you the link to that, where that's one of the only magazine features that I did that actually like did something more than just music. It went personal, right? Um, but it was one of those times where I was a professional athlete, ran for my country for 7 to 8 years. For 2 years within, I was one of the fastest runners in my country and stuff like that. And
Oh,
I
wow.
remember that we had this big competition, and we were doing the relays, right? And we were so fast that we had broke a couple of records, but we got disqualified. And why? It was because of me. I was last leg. By the time I get last leg, they didn't even exchange their baton yet. They were still on the previous exchange, and I went all the way down to the finish line. I already did a celebration, but just before the line, I threw the baton up and I disqualified my team. That
Oh,
hurt my soul. Like it hurt me real deep. You know what I mean? And it
yeah.
just helped me to be the person I am today. Because like, what was the reason for me to either showboat or do extra stuff because of them hyping me up? You know what I mean? Like, why not be and stay grounded to me being my individual where I know I normally just go to the line? You know what I mean? Why do that
Yeah.
extra thing? So it was one of those self-teaching moments that told me like, hey, like being humble is the best way. You know what I mean? You don't need to do anything for other people, but do stuff for yourself.
Yeah. No, no. I love that. I love that. No, that really does. There's a lot of things that we have discussed that I feel truly speak to your character. And another reason that I feel like once people listen to this, they'll want to, I mean, the people that have not yet been introduced to your music will want to listen to it even more because you're just a real person. Like you're just a down to earth, normal person that people can relate to. Speaking of, is there anything that you would say about you in general that would shock people that they may not know about you?
I'm shy.
You're shy. Okay.
Yeah. If I'm not in a work or music element, like I'm shy. You know what I mean? Like when it breaks down to being myself, I'm just, to myself. Yeah.
So if you were somewhere at an event and you're not performing or you're not like putting anything together, you would need for people to come up and have a conversation with you, or are you able to enter into a room and kind of just go and talk with people? Because you
Yeah.
network.
So I will talk with people because I have that energy where I will talk. But in terms of me going towards people and stuff and just talking and things like that. I won't do it.
That's not you. He said no.
Yeah,
That
yeah. But if
is
you
not
come up to
you.
me and stuff, yeah, I will talk. You know what I mean? But apart from that, I'm just chilling.
He said he's chilling. He's chilling. Um, is there a lesson that you feel that you have learned in 2025 that you feel has helped you, I guess, move forward in the way that you want to with your music career?
Consistency is key.
Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Could not agree with you anymore. And
Mhm.
I don't think that I talked about this or even asked you this in the beginning,
Mhm.
but how long have you been doing music? Like officially been putting music out?
It's going on like 3 to 4 years now because I took it serious for myself.
Okay.
Because
I love
apart from that, I was like in the sidelines, in the background and stuff. But
it.
professionally, like 3 to 4 years, I dropped music. But I've had, like I said, the songs like a long time. I just didn't feel like it was the right time at the moment.
It
'Cause
wasn't
I
the
wasn't
time
feel
for
like
you
I
to put
was
it out.
there yet. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, you were not there yet. You were not there
I
yet.
don't think people would really appreciate and like my music and take me serious in a professional level because like it might have sound like, oh, he's just trying,
Hmm.
compared to me feeling like I'm ready, mature, and more grounded, in terms of like giving you the best product of me at that time because I'm still evolving.
Yes, and evolving is a very beautiful thing. And again, you recognizing and understanding when the right time was for you to put your music out, because again, this is your passion, it's your project, but you want to be able to share it with people and you want to put out the best that you know you can, right? So having
True.
that timing and knowing when to do it is,
Hmm.
I feel like a very powerful thing. And I feel like that also is something that will be displayed in your music also, right?
And
Because
how I know that it is working and it was working is because people that I know that do music is like, man, I can hear in such and such songs like, yeah, you've done more, okay, like you've understand this. I can hear the difference and stuff like that. Like my song 345, that's the
mhm.
first song that I ever recorded and put it out. So it's just a lot of people saw the growth within from that song to other songs and stuff like that. So I know like not needing clarity, but still like an evidence in terms of I know that me knowing that I need to work more and do more and be better and evolve, they could transitionally see the growth. So I know I
Yeah.
was on the right track to where I
Mhm.
am right now.
Like you said, consistency is key, right? And you have to start
Mhm.
somewhere. So, and I think that one of the beauties of being so passionate about something, which like with you, the music, which is an art, nothing has to be 100% perfect, right? But you want to make sure that when you put your effort and your time and your energy into something, that it's beautiful, right? And the
Mhm.
humility that you have, being a humble
Mhm.
individual, that just shines through. It really shines through, not only in your music, but also in your character. I mean, I can hear it in our conversation that we've been having. And I
Mhm.
think that anybody that is taking the time to watch this podcast episode will be able to see that as well. Um, we talked about some of your projects that you're working on, and you
All
mentioned
right.
what you have upcoming. So, what does
Mhm.
2026 have in store for Dell Music and all of the people that are fans or are part of your
Right.
tribe?
2026 definitely will get more of me. I was one of those artists where I felt like I was in a catch 22 situation in terms of there's so many different artists just putting out music back to back to back to back to back. I thought about it extensively and I just said once again it's my sacrifice. It could not it could not be working or it could be working in terms of people always want something brand new, but I felt like I still needed to hold on. I don't feel like the music that I have right now is ready to drop is ready yet, because I still feel like there is more that I can put more into it, which I'm going to do soon to bring out for the new year. But in terms of me writing out the music that I have now, to just heavily just keep promoting it and pushing it until I get new content. And if you are a Dell Music fan, I get it. It's been a minute, but if you have patience and hold on with me, we both are gonna enjoy the new projects that are coming out that you're gonna love. Because I feel like I'm at the point in my career where I can't half-ass anything. I have to give it 1,000%, and I have to give the best music that I possibly can give. So I didn't feel like it's ready yet. It's still curating. It's still being processed in terms of I'm still trying to add more things to it to be the best project and not be like, oh well, he dropped this and this was better. No, I want to give that gradual growing. Like, oh wow, like these are good, but this one is like I'm ready, right?
Yeah.
And in terms of other things going, I do have songs in movies, but I am in a couple movies now because I am trying to expand my entertainment resume. Now, I didn't want to do no movies at all before. That was my tunnel vision mind in terms of I just wanted to focus on music. I was like, oh, just put my song in a movie or something like that. But I appreciate all the um what you can advice and stuff like that. And now I'm opening my mind and myself to new things, like I said, to expand my entertainment resume. So now I'm into movies now, where I'm in movies. So it's gonna come out in the new year. I also have a bunch of songs in movies coming out too. Um, and then new music and then music videos and stuff like that. And even uh, I did a comedy show where I perform live, and they're gonna have that out too. So there's so many different things that's gonna have my name attached to it that will be for the new year to help build my resume and the amount of music and stuff that I'm about to drop.
Okay, that's it. I love that. So then I'm going to make sure that I include all of the information for your socials. And then
Hmm.
if people then decide that they are going to follow you, whether it be on TikTok or Instagram, you said was the best one, because it has all
Hmm.
of the links and everything. Will you
Hmm.
be able, if I'm a person that is just starting to follow Dell Music, would I be able to see the announcements for the upcoming projects that are going to be released in 2026 by
Hmm.
following you on your page? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm very good at trying to put what's important in my LinkedIn. So if you
Okay.
go to my TikTok or my Instagram and you hit my profile and you see the LinkedIn, it literally have my magazine features, my music, the links. I'm gonna put all the movie contents and stuff too, that where you
Okay.
can find, to go watch and stuff like that. So I'll be very active in terms of giving you the meaty important things that you can go ahead and follow and watch and be entertained with.
Okay.
And I'll
Fantastic.
also post in stories and stuff like that, like
Okay.
I
So
do
pretty
I
much
do
any
get.
way that you can get information nowadays on socials, you will be able to, but the most important thing is that you will want to go and follow Dell Music first, right? So go to TikTok,
Yeah.
go to Instagram, go follow him, see if you can check those links. And again, family, thank you for joining us here on Unapologetically D. You are here with myself and Mr. Dell Music. We are going to be wrapping it up here in just a couple of moments, but we've been talking about all things kind of his journey, his music, his story, and what's to come in the future. So, um, when it comes to a legacy and kind of just what you want to leave, what does Dell Music want to leave here on this earth? If somebody were to say, "What are you all about?" What can you say they would say about you?
Knowledge and opportunity.
Okay.
Knowledge and opportunity. I give, if you know me and you've asked me questions, I give you knowledge towards where I am and where I'm gaining and where I'm going. So it can kind of help you. The opportunities in terms of me doing all these showcases and building to make it more than what it is, to give you more and feel like how you're supposed to feel as an artist, and just great music. Like I want to be global, but at the same time, I want to give um, time capsule life curating music. You know what I mean? It's just giving you that vibe where in time to come, you'll still remember, hey, that's their music.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful thing. And like I said before, and I will say it again, when you are in something that is your passion, whether it be dance, music, acting, whatever it is, if you have somebody that is willing to be in your corner and mentor you, give you tips and pointers, tell you what worked for them, what didn't work for them. Take advantage of it because it does not happen every day. So take advantage. Dell Music has already said that this is something that he does that he enjoys doing. So I would just say take advantage of it. We've talked about socials. I'm going to drop all of the information below. The TikTok social media handle is Dell.music, which is Muzik. Muzik. Again, all that information will be dropped below, along with a little bit of an overview, a recap of the things that we talked about, and link to Dell Music's story. Is there anything that you would like to leave with the family before we wrap this one up, sir?
Yeah, go ahead and follow me, search me, Google me. If you type in DEL space M, I'm pretty sure I will already be pulling up because that's the type of traction and how my algorithm is set. You know what I mean? Like share my music. I always say, hey, don't ask me why I ain't blown up yet because you ain't share my shit. You know what I mean? So
There
just
you
spam
go.
me, blow it up. You know what I mean? Tell somebody,
Yeah.
hey, I strongly believe that if you share you have five friends, you share to your five friends, that five friends might have five friends, 10 friends. Hey, just share me. If you love and appreciate my music, share to the world because I'm trying to be
Yes.
global.
Yes, share, share, share. So we got to make sure that all those H-Town baddies and kings and queens are tapping in and watching this episode of Unapologetically D with your host, ABCD, myself, and Mr. Dell Music. And again,
Thank
I
you.
would really like to thank you so much for being here with me today and giving us a glimpse into your journey. I look
I
forward to
appreciate you.
Yes, yes, yes. And I really do look forward to what's to come in your future. And hopefully, we'll be able to connect again, a little bit further down our paths and talk about, some of the things that have been taking place more recently. So, family, thank you again for joining us today on Unapologetically
Thank
D.
you.
Yes, you've got to hit that subscribe button. Just like and follow and share, like Dell said earlier. And that's the way we're going to wrap it up. Again, thank you so much. Enjoy the
No,
rest of
thank
your
you.
day.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
All right.
you,
Happy
sir.
Thanksgiving to you and your
Happy
family.
Thanksgiving. This
No
episode won't
problem,
be out
Queen.
until after, but I probably am going to drop some things here in the next few days so that people have
Yeah.
something to look forward to for season 2 of Unapologetically D.
Thank you.